Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live tonight, exclusively on the YouTube channel. Sorry that I had this scheduled and I was a little bit late. It took my computer a little while to load and kind of get it set up. But we're here now, and let's hang out. We got a couple interesting night games tonight. TCU, Texas, of course, where college game day was this morning. You got Georgia blowing out Mississippi State right now in Starkville, 31-12 in the third quarter. You got a halftime game. Interim head coach Cadillac Williams, of course, a former Auburn running back, a really great running back, is now an interim coach for the Auburn Tigers, replacing Brian Harsin. His team is up 7-0 over the Texas A&M Aggies. So we got a couple different games we could look at. I'm going to drop the StreamYard link, and if anyone would like to come on, feel free to at any time. And we can talk about some of the games that are on now. We can talk about some of the games that happened today. I was very pleased with Alabama. Of course, I did have to work during the game, but was able to see that they pulled it out 30-24 over Ole Miss. So I guess that's good. Ole Miss is not going to win the West. Alabama's not either. LSU clinched it today with their win, but Alabama advances to 8-2, avoids another loss, and they'll obviously take care of Austin Peay next week. And we would assume when it comes time in a couple weeks for the Iron Bowl that they could probably get that job done as well. So, but. Okay, why is this not loading? Do we want to put on? I don't know if I want to watch North Carolina Wake Forest. Georgia's blowing out Mississippi State. I guess I'll put the TCU Texas game on. That is currently TCU up 3-0 over Texas. I really do think TCU is legit. That's one of the teams I'm pulling for. It would be cool to get some different teams in the playoff this year, and TCU can make their debut when you look at it. So let me do this. Let's go live on Facebook too. And we welcome Facebook onto the stream. I didn't realize that I didn't click on both YouTube and um, Facebook. So we're live on both platforms now. It should be on. Here it is. TCU, Texas. This is a 4-on-18 matchup. 3-0 TCU, the favorite, but on the road, leads 3-0 at half. End of the third quarter, Auburn is up 7-0 over Texas A&M, and of course, Auburn is 3-6. Auburn, if they win out, which I doubt, they will be bowl eligible with the interim coach and Cadillac Williams. The Aggies are also struggling. They're 3-6. This is a night game at Jordan-Hare Stadium, 46-degree weather. And going into the game, Auburn was a 1.5-point favorite. So let me share the stream. Why the hell? Why was my voice on the stream so low? That was crazy, man. Anyway, so like I said, we're live. Let me click on this game. I think I'm going to keep the TCU Texas game on, but we'll kind of maybe we'll swap back and forth, um, and we'll see. So and of course, again, I mentioned Alabama going to Oxford, 30-24, the final score, in Ole Miss. Um, you know, Jermaine Burton had a great game. Isaiah Bond made some catches. Overall, I just like the the offense and how they performed today. I thought the defense actually stood up there at the end and got some plays drawn up and took care of business. Um, they did what they had to do. You could tell Pete Golding definitely had a different mindset. I think because of how good and explosive Ole Miss's defense has been this year, to hold them to only 24 points, to hold them under 30, and to hold it that close, I thought was really good. So I'll give him a break, but I still think he should be fired in the long run. What game is that? So here we go. Um, let's go to college football. Let's go to scores. Let's do that. So the first game that sticks out and pops up is Georgia is up on Mississippi State in Starkville, 31-19. No surprise here. It was a little closer a few minutes ago, but obviously they're finding their rhythm and kind of pulling away. Um, Stetson Bennett in this game looking pretty good, 21-32, 236 yards, two touchdowns so far, no picks. Um, Michigan looked good over Nebraska. Alabama, of course, looked okay against Ole Miss. Of course, Jackson Dart, what a performance he had, 18-31, 212 yards and a touchdown. Um, Quinshawn Jukins, 25 carries, 135 rushing yards, and two touchdowns. Overall, what I thought about this game, which let me I'm going to make this a segment here and we'll clip it. I'll say this. Alabama held on in this game. And yes, LSU might have won the West today. So that didn't go Alabama's way. Alabama's season is done. We'll see what bowl game they get. They don't have a shot at the playoffs. But you got to give them credit. I mean, it's still a victory. It's still a conference game, and they held on. I mean, they took what they couldn't do last week and they put it in play this week against what I would say, in my opinion, is a better, not a better defense than what LSU had. I think LSU's got a better defense than Ole Miss, but I would say a better offense, clearly. You look at this game, it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Alabama still trailed at the half, but they turned it around. They got it taken care of. And the defense came up in the end. I mean, you saw a big smile on Nick Saban's face there at the end of the game, just happy with the way his team was able to play. Um, and get the job done. Jackson Dart was the game leader at quarterback and passing, 18 of 31, 212 yards and a touchdown. Um, you have Quinshon Jukins was the running back for Ole Miss. He had 25 carries, 135 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then you had um, Malik Heath was the wide receiver, 6 receptions, no touchdowns, but 123 yards. So this game here, down to the wire, Bryce Young was 21 of 33, 209 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I think that definitely made a big difference in this game. Ja'Cory Brooks was our lead receiver, 4 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Chase McClellan, the lead rusher, though, which we haven't really seen much this year. The game he had 19 carries of 84 yards, no rushing touchdowns, but to get carries like that and to get the yardage that he got, I think was um, really significant for him. Alabama was able to um, just control the passing game a little bit and control the run game. Um, Ole Miss did lead in first downs. They had more penalties too. Each team had 1 turnover. Each team lost a fumble. Alabama having more time of possession um, and just being able to put away drives, I thought, especially there towards the end to win the game. That's what definitely gave them the victory and led to the final score that we got. That's what led to ultimately Alabama, you know, being able to pull this win out, get on top. And I don't even know if I want to say pull an upset. I mean, Alabama was ranked higher, but Ole Miss, I think, had more to lose in this game because, like, Alabama did desperately need LSU to lose earlier against Arkansas. They didn't lose. Um, and they had to beat Ole Miss. Like one thing happened, the other did not. So, is it great that Alabama beat Ole Miss? Yes, it's great. But then you look at the LSU Arkansas game and you're like, does it really matter? What's the point? That game, by the way, we went live for 13-10, the final there. What's up, Jacob? I dropped the StreamYard link. Anyone's welcome to come on and talk. But Alabama 30-24 beating the Rebels in Lane Kiffin and Oxford. Not necessarily an upset, but a big victory that was much needed to continue Alabama's season. So 3-0 TCU. I mean, if you're Alabama, do you just have teams in front of you and the rankings lose so you can sneak your way into that fourth spot? I know that's not how it works, folks. Don't worry. I wish, like, you wish that's how it worked. You wish, as the number 19, 4 through 8 would lose. You wish. Um, so 3-0 TCU, 31-19 Georgia into the third. Um, 34-3. Michigan takes on Nebraska. Rise up. What's up, buddy?
Alabama got that win for Jeff Webster.
Yeah, man, that was tough news earlier too. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know when your time is, man. You really don't.
Oh, a sack for Texas on Duggan. Yeah, you never know when your time's up, man, because people die every day, they pass every day, and you just never know who's going to be next. So
that's the one guarantee in life.
Yeah.
If you're born, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think anyone would have fucking thought that LSU would be poised to go to the SEC championship game. You know,
not at all. I mean, I thought it was supposed to be our year.
Well, I mean, I did too, but we ain't played like it. That's the thing. You know, this is definitely one of the more sloppier Alabama teams of the Saban era.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really the lack of hustle. You know, it just really doesn't look like they're all that motivated is the thing. So.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, off air, off of here, I kind of thought more about the loss, and I kind of just got so mad to where I was criticizing the player. The players want to win the game. They want to be out there. It might look like it sometimes that they don't, but nobody wants to win. I don't know if you heard Saban's rant last year about no one wants to win more than the players that are playing the game. I mean, that's facts. That's truth. And
some people have
these players showed.
Some people have been talking about how maybe Saban has gotten a little soft, which I don't think that's really too much the case. I still think Saban is a very tough coach on his players, but I just think it's the fact that he doesn't have the talent. You know, I mean, the receivers have no doubt been a big letdown, and Jahmyr Gibbs has done pretty all right. But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is if you can win. And we got the win today against Ole Miss, and we pretty much ended their season, you know. But,
yeah,
I mean, now here's the question I want to ask you. Do you think LSU, LSU is probably going to go on to win the West. If they pull off the upset in the SEC championship against Georgia, do we see our first 2-loss team in the playoffs?
Yes.
Because I mean, at that point, that's you beat Alabama and you beat Georgia. That's the two teams that went to the national championship last year. That was the two teams honestly expected, really maybe even to be in it in the preseason. I think you got to put them in.
Well, I mean, I just don't see how you leave out the SEC champion. Regardless of record, honestly. I mean, that is the best conference. What's up, Sorgi?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Oh, man. Good games so far tonight.
Which one?
Oregon, Washington, that's tight. And then obviously this TCU-Texas game, 3-0.
What's the deal with this Bo Nix Heisman talk?
I don't know, but it needs to stop.
Yeah, I agree. I need TCU to win this because I need them in the playoff because, Big 12 teams all get money, and that means more money to help with Neil Brown's buyout.
Okay, what's up?
And,
yeah.
Dude, it's SEC all the way.
I mean, I think at this point,
No, we got it.
for Coach Brown, it's if you
Yeah.
lose a game, you're fired. And if it is that way, then he's going to be fired next week when we lose to Kansas State.
Yeah, I kind of missed some of what you said. I had to
So
mute because my
Valor,
grandmother was.
between Georgia and LSU, do you got a particular team you're rooting for, or do you really don't really care?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of sick of Georgia this year
No,
because
I am
they're
too.
the
I don't.
champs.
No,
I
I
don't
am
want to.
too. I am gonna kind of preferably I want to see Alabama win it every year, and I
Of
don't
course.
want to see LSU win it. But if you're asking me between LSU and Georgia, who I would want to see win it, I got to go with LSU. First off, they're an underdog story, and second off, Georgia. While Georgia is still a good team, and I think at this point, whether they win or lose the SEC title game, they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm just sick and tired of hearing it about Georgia. They had their moment last year. It's time for them to get kicked back to reality this year.
So, is there, once you clinch your division, there's basically nothing that can take it away from you?
Yeah. The only thing you're
How,
playing for at that point is the playoff, so you don't lose a game.
so LSU can't lose the division if they lose to A&M in a couple weeks?
No.
They still go?
Yep.
Son
When
of-
it's clinched, it's clinched.
Okay. Dang it. I'll
Yeah,
tell you what
that
would
kind of
be a good
confused me
matchup.
too.
I'll tell you what would be a good matchup, though. I know LSU's got it, but imagine if it was Ole Miss. Could you imagine that offense against Georgia's defense?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
LSU's got it, and I think at this point, I think Georgia probably would, no doubt. I think it would. I'll tell you what. I don't think it would be a very high scoring game. I could very
No.
well see Georgia winning it like 19. I could very well see Georgia winning it like something by like 19-14.
Oh, that low? Okay. Under 20
I
points.
could
I like
very well see it. If
Okay.
I don't think it would be really that high scoring. I could see this being a low scoring SEC championship game. And I think, it really depends. I think if Georgia comes out and they play on the level that they can play on, I do think they can take care of LSU. However, LSU is going to come ready to play. And if Georgia does come kind of sleeping on them, LSU can easily, I think, upset Georgia. So,
Yeah, I'm making a list. Talk about real quick. I know we still got games going on, but does anyone have an updated CFP Final Four
Oh, yeah.
after today?
If all scores hold up, I'm saying Georgia number 1, Ohio State number 2. What did Michigan do today? They won convincingly, so I'll take Michigan 3. And actually, no, make that Michigan 2, OSU 3, TCU 4. Assuming everything holds up.
So nothing changes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all going to be mixed up and changed because obviously they're going to take championship teams. But if we had to do it based on the rankings right now, like who's in the top 5 or 6, it's hard for me, man. It really is. I don't know.
Do you think that LSU? What was LSU number 7?
Number 7, something like that. Number
You think
6,
LSU
maybe.
stays there, or they
Mm,
drop?
I mean, I don't know. Looking at the, I need to look at the college football
the
score.
question is, does anybody below LSU deserve to move up? That's the big question.
I mean, they barely beat Arkansas. And
Yes.
where's UCLA right now? UCLA, they play at 10:30. They're playing Arizona. If they blow them out by, I would say, 20 plus points, I think you can make a case for UCLA over Bama and LSU, considering they're a one-loss team.
What's USC doing? Or did they
USC,
beat Colorado? Okay.
yeah, they beat one 55-17.
Oh, so
See,
they'll
that's
probably.
nothing though. That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's really so. LSU might stay at number 7 or something like that.
Yeah, well, I'm about to head out, but Ballard, I heard one thing. I don't know if this is true. Have you heard anything about a JW tribute stream tonight?
I don't know,
Okay, I
but I
thought I
will
heard
say that,
something.
well, Chess and I agreed that we would make tribute on Monday night when we do our show.
Yeah, I heard
That's all.
something about maybe Traveling Fools doing something possibly tonight, but that wasn't
Okay.
official. That's just what Joey had said might be happening. Yeah, it's going to be at 11 o'clock
Oh, okay. So
on
that's an
Traveling Fools tonight. Um, But yeah, so I'm gonna head out of here and head over to Luke's stream and see what's going on over there.
okay.
So yeah, have a good night and see you next time.
See ya. Have a good one, buddy.
Woody was headed over to.
Probably BVD or whoever. I didn't
He
even
said,
realize it was.
"Your season is over, guy." Mister, I'm not gonna say it.
Let's see. Anybody else scored? End of the third. Washington's
Do
down
you
by
think that
4.
if I think if Washington, do you think Oregon drops in the standings if even say they do hold on to that game, or Washington comes back and wins that game? Oregon definitely.
If Washington comes back to win, Oregon's done, and they will
Oregon's, yeah,
drop.
they will drop.
If Oregon wins and holds on, though, they might drop 1 or 2 spots, but they still control their own destiny, like winning the Pac-12
Yeah,
and
and
everything.
Oregon is number 6. So
Yep.
I mean, I don't really think you can say LSU rises this week after barely getting by Arkansas. I mean, they could, but I mean, it's kind of hard for me to see.
So, as an Alabama fan, obviously, like
I want to ask
kind
you
of
about
like what
something in
I've
a
said, like I
second.
know our.
I want to ask you about something in a second but you can finish this question first.
I was just gonna ask, like I know the playoff and the national title's the standard, but obviously it's not our year. So, uh oh, touchdown TCU, big run. Anyway, is there anyone out there in college football that you look at and say that would be a good ball matchup for Alabama? That like being legitimate matchups.
I don't really, I mean, anything below, I think, making the SEC championship, it ain't a good season for Bama, so.
Of course.
But I
But
think,
I mean,
I
we
mean,
want to end
how
it
would
on
you
a good note.
feel potentially All right, let's say, how would you potentially feel about? I'll just throw out a team like USC. How would you feel about that?
I'd love it to get a chance at Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley. I'd like that.
Yeah, that would no doubt be a New Year's Six game.
That would be SEC Pac-12. Well, it might be something like the Cotton Bowl because that's like at large teams, and there's not really any Pac-12 SEC tie-ins. So
All right, now I'm going to ask you this question. Can
okay,
you believe how awful the NFC South is?
jeez, man, you and me both.
Can you believe how awful the division is?
Dude, Tom
Our
Brady is
season should be over after what I mean, I went and I saw that game on Thursday. Our season should be over after that.
You went to the game, or
Yeah, I went to the game.
oh, cool. Yeah, no, the NFC South is getting out of hand.
Here's what I'll say. I want to know how you think about this. Carolina is probably outside of this division, maybe the worst team in all of football. However, when it comes to division games for Carolina, they come to play in those games.
I was just fixing to say something about them. Like, imagine if they end up winning this division.
With an
How embarrassing it'll be.
And an XFL quarterback.
Oh, I know. I know. It would suck.
You think Brady's going after this year?
I don't know, man. He did divorce his wife who doesn't want him playing. Maybe that impacts his decision. Maybe he said, "Screw you. I'm gonna keep on going." Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going.
I'll die on this field.
You're right. I think it depends on the outcome of the season.
You think we should have won that game back a couple weeks ago on that awful roughing the passer call?
Which game? Are you talking about our Tennessee game?
No, I'm talking about the Buccaneers-Falcons game, that awful roughing the passer call. You think we should have won? Do you think the Falcons should have won that game?
Honestly, I do. I'm trying to remember that game a little bit. I don't have it.
And that's where Grady Jarrett was called for basically, I don't know, just fucking, excuse my language, pardon my language, just basically laying Tom Brady on his back, over his head and tucking him night, and just because he picked up Tom Brady, he got flagged for it.
I got you. I think that should have gone the Falcons' way, honestly. I hate to say it.
Okay, let me tell you something. We were down 21-0 in that game, and we did not come to play until the final 10 minutes. That's not a game. I mean, it's a game I look back and say, okay, we should have had an opportunity to win, but, I mean, you got to play 4 quarters.
Right.
So, yeah.
Let's see what's up with Georgia's just pulling away now.
We knew they would.
TCU's up 10-0, almost the fourth quarter. I like that. I like TCU this year. Clemson bounced back. Penn State.
Would you put TCU in over SEC champion LSU?
Oh, no. If it came down to those two, I'd put a conference champion in.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on. SEC bias is showing there. If it came down to it, if I'm being honest,
But
I
look,
gotta
here's the thing. Georgia's going to get in one way or another. We know that.
right.
You're really telling me that you're going to put Georgia in who loses the SEC championship. However, you're not going to put the team that not only beat Georgia in the SEC championship, but ended Alabama's season. You're going to keep them out. You're going to keep the SEC champs out over TCU. Get out of here. You can't do that. I don't care if they got 2 losses or not. I don't care if they got 3 losses. They win the SEC championship and they beat Alabama and they beat Georgia. They deserve to get in.
Yeah. I would agree.
What do you think about, is Jaden Daniels eligible to come out for the draft next year?
I think he's a sophomore. Wow, what a grab. I think he's a sophomore.
Let me look. No, I think he's a junior. He's a junior, so he can't come out. He's a junior, so he can come out for the draft.
Yeah.
So between, I'll ask you this: between Will Levis, Bryce Young, and C.J. Stroud, who do you think can have the most success in the NFL, and who do you think probably has the greatest chance of flopping in the NFL?
Oh. I'm gonna get so canned for this. Honestly, the most success, I want to say Bryce, but it's very close. I gotta take the edge with CJ.
No. Ohio State quarterbacks never do good in the NFL.
I don't know, man. He might break the mold.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And what, you think Will Levis probably has the biggest chance of flopping?
Of all those three, yes. I
mean,
think that one we could agree on.
I think here's what I'll tell you. I think if you just put him in any average system where he has to be thrown into the fire and start day one, yeah, I think he could end up, being lackluster. However, if he gets put into a system kind of like what Josh Allen was put in or Patrick Mahomes was put in, and the way I see Will Levis is he's a big project quarterback. So if you develop him properly, I think he could be the best quarterback out of any in this class if he is put in the right system to succeed.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about the best. I think he can be good, but going back to what you said earlier, you think just because past Ohio State quarterbacks have failed, that C.J. Stroud's going to fail too?
I could very well see it.
Like
I'll say this: has Justin Fields is finally showing some promise with the Chicago Bears. So could CJ, if put in the right system, succeed? Yeah, sure. That goes for, I think, any quarterback. However, if you draft CJ Stroud into a system where he's asked to do everything from day one and he's doesn't have really much of a team around him, he ain't gonna succeed.
Well, okay, but I think honestly, I don't think C.J. Stroud's going to do that well. I think his receivers help him out a lot, but the reason.
Oh, I do too.
But
what, they got Marvin Harrison
Yeah,
Jr. there, and they had Olave and Wilson there last year.
What I'm questioning is your reasoning. You're saying just because past Ohio State quarterbacks fail, he's going to fail too. I mean, you got to have other reasons. You know.
Well, I mean, shit, it's a constant trend. I mean, maybe Justin Fields does break it, but I mean, even with that, I mean, he had that last week was Justin Fields, I think, first actual great. Now, he's had some pretty good games this year, but I mean, you talk about it, that was his probably when you look at it. I mean, Chicago probably should have won.
I mean, that's like saying because Kansas has had bad teams in the past that, this team's just not good even though they have a good record. Like, just because something went wrong in the past doesn't mean that, it goes for the completely different,
I'll say this. Ohio State system, it really benefits the quarterback because
it does.
It benefits the quarterback. And you see, once you get into the pros, these pro systems, those Ohio State quarterbacks, because you got to think at Ohio State, you have all the shiny weapons. You got the Garrett Wilsons, the Chris Olaves, you got the Marvin Harrison Juniors.
Yeah, see that's better reasoning,
Yeah. Give me another Ohio State receiver.
See, I agree with that. See, that's
give me another Ohio State receiver.
Jackson Ojigma Smith, Marvin Harrison Jr., Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave.
Another one that's already in the NFL.
Oh, Michael Thomas. I mean,
yeah, Michael Thomas. Is there another one?
I mean, I have Circus Samuel. He was drafted second round, I think. Yeah, they've had a lot.
So I mean, it's a big. It really benefits the quarterback. Now, look, I mean, maybe CJ Stroud lands in a system just like that, and he's able to succeed. But let me tell you something, and I honestly think Bryce Young. I think Bryce has the most talent, and I think he can succeed. What I do think is going to hurt Bryce Young is just his height and how lean he is. That could be what ends up hurting Bryce Young. I don't think he does not have the physical he does not have the body, I think, of an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he needs to gain some more weight.
He needs to bulk up
because he needs to get more durability. I agree with that, but besides, him getting injured because of him being lean, I think he can succeed in any system. That's just my opinion.
I mean, yeah.
That's just what I think about Bryce Young. I don't think that about everybody else, but Bryce Young's just, I think, special like that. I wanted the Falcons to draft him, but that's not going to happen. Was it 4 and 6 now? We're not getting the number 1 pick. So.
No, the Falcons will.
Who's got the worst record right now?
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
So they're taking CJ Stroud or whoever, most likely.
I mean, they have a good quarterback, so they might take, Jalen Carter or Will Anderson.
Okay.
I mean, Davis Mills is pretty good, so they might do that. That's what I think. But
all right, I'm gonna head out.
See ya.
All right, see ya. Man, Ballard, I know you saw that Alabama Ole Miss game.
I mean, I was at work for some of it, so I did pull my phone out. I did pull my phone out and watch the ending, though.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Alabama's coordinators actually coached a really good game, both of them.
They did. I thought so.
I can't believe I just said that, but yeah, they did. I mean, I still think, as an outside perspective, I still think both of them need to be fired, but they did well today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lions are definitely drafting a quarterback. The Panthers will probably draft a
Okay.
quarterback. Probably not the Steelers. Probably not the Raiders. I don't think the Bears are going to do it. Jaguars aren't going to do it. So yeah, that's that's what you got there. Cardinals obviously won't do it. Packers won't do it. Yeah,
The Saints might draft somebody.
they could. There's a chance. James Winston
I
keeps.
don't want to be a Saints fan though if they take Bryce Young. Like I don't want to pull for a rival.
Yeah. Oh my God! Are you looking at this?
What's that?
Syracuse is losing 37-3 to Florida State.
Oh, seriously?
Jordan Travis is 21 of 23 for only 155 yards, but still 4 touchdowns. Wow. I didn't think I'd be seeing that today. Syracuse is a pretty good team. Wow. That's shocking. You see that? On Happy Ride? That's a fun title. Why Happy Ride? Whoa. It's the fourth quarter and Texas A&M's losing 10-0 to Cadillac Williams.
Right?
Oh, Jimbo. How do you it's an interim coach. What? 10-3
For a terrible team.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that even to rip on Auburn. I'm just like,
No,
straight up, they're terrible.
I'm an outsider. Well, I'm not an outsider. I hate Auburn too, but okay. This Oregon Washington game. This is getting pretty interesting here. That's the game I'd turn on if I wasn't a Georgia fan, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm keeping my eye on TCU, Texas.
Yeah, was it 10-3 between two high-powered offenses, and
Oh yeah,
mediocre defenses. I wonder how that's been going.
Texas just kind of muffed a punt.
Oh boy.
A little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, Saban proved today why he was a great coach. You see what he did when he benched Jameer Gibbs for Chase McClellan?
I did not actually.
He changed the style of running back because Ole Miss's defense was doing well against Jameer Gibbs, trying to force him up the middle, but Jameer Gibbs doesn't really do that, so they shut down him. But they put Chase McClellan in, and he was, he likes running up the middle, and Alabama started running a lot better. That's why Saban's a great coach, because he notices those things and does stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give him credit on that. Georgia was struggling. Kirby was being outcoached in the first half. It seems like we're doing pretty good now.
Yeah.
We allowed a punt return touchdown. That just happens. I have no analysts on that. So it's Georgia, LSU, and the SEC title.
Yeah. That'll be good.
That's wow.
2019.
I hope we blow out LSU because LSU's blown us out the last 2 times. They blew us out in 2011. They've done pretty good against us lately. We need to get a big win.
Yeah.
Still got that 2013 win, though, but yeah. Oh, wow. I think TCU is a great team, but if they play whoever they play in the playoffs, it feels like they're probably going to get blown out. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, it's like they seem to have that offense like any other Big 12 team, but I think their defense will definitely shatter
Yeah,
once they
I
meet
mean,
their match.
they're not a very physical team. They run off of speed on offense and they run on speed on defense and scheme, and that's all great. But it's just, I mean, how's that going to work against Georgia? How's that going to work against Michigan? It might work against Ohio State. Ohio State's not physical. What is he doing? I don't think you've seen that yet, but it'll come up.
What happened?
Are you watching the TCU Texas game?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll see it in a sec.
Is it the second down play?
I wasn't paying attention to the down, but probably.
Let's see here. What happens?
Safety doing.
Why are they trying to do a back shoulder throw?
You see it yet? I don't think you have. Cause you'll see in a sec.
Wow.
Yeah, you saw it.
The touchdown?
Yep.
How did you let that man get by like
I
that?
saw the replay. That's all on the safety. I mean, I don't. That's his zone.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You were confused at first. You were like, yeah, I don't see nothing, but my TV's way ahead.
That's fine. That was a big play, though, man.
Paxton said full Quinn Ewers. That's not. But back to what I was saying. I don't know. It's just I don't know if TCU is going to be able to compete with the top tier teams. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, even Ohio State, because Ohio State has a lot more talent. So I don't, maybe they're not physical, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Ohio State's going to make the playoffs, but I'm just saying if they do,
Wait, you don't think Ohio State gets in?
Nope. I think Michigan beats them.
Again? Okay.
Yep. 1 Georgia,
All
2
right.
Michigan, 3 TCU, 4 Oregon. Georgia, Michigan in the national title. Georgia
Interesting.
beats Michigan. That's what's going to happen.
Georgia plays who for the title?
Michigan and wins.
That's a bold claim.
That's the same claim as everybody else. Yeah. Oh man. Oregon Washington game. I gotta turn on this. Sounds like Oregon's gonna win this. If they don't, if they don't, they're out the playoffs. Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, I thought they were on offense. Never mind. They're kicking. Oh, so Washington can go down and score. I mean, they got Michael Penix Jr. is a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Working out here at the high.
Wake Forest. Look, Wake Forest is putting UNC on upset alert here.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I don't think UNC has any shot at the playoffs, so I'm not really paying as much attention to that.
What's their one loss though?
Notre Dame.
Normally, on a normal year, I'd say that's not bad, but Notre Dame hasn't been that good.
Well, I mean, they're 6-3, and I think they won today.
I mean, they've turned it around, but they had a bad start.
Oh yeah, but I mean, let's just be real though; they've gotten better. They're a better team than what they were. I mean, kind of like LSU, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad we won, but I was really frustrated with the schemes we came out with. The formations, it was making my head spin. But the players started taking over, so. I mean, Kirby got out coached in the first half. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Second half, though, he returned the favor, so good for us. Turn on this Washington-Oregon game, Ballard. Washington's driving for the tie or win the game.
I have to put that on what channel?
Fox.
Fox. I gotta go home then. Hold on.
Oh, what? Oh, never mind. I didn't know. You're not at
Let's
home?
see. Oh no, I'm at home. I'm saying on the Roku, I gotta hit the home button.
Oh, I was like, I'm like, you're not. I was like, he's not at home, and it's so quiet. Oh my
I
god!
better be home. It's 9:30.
Oh, you definitely might want to turn it on now. Oh my god!
Oh crap!
Yeah,
I want to see this game, man.
You're behind me, so you'll see it. Just turn it on. You know. You have it on?
It's loading.
That's just wow. I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to spoil it. But jeez, that's wow. I can't believe that.
I got it on.
Don't know what players can think like that. What down is it?
Fourth.
4. Was it 4 when that?
Oh no, I just saw Washington kick a PAT.
Oh. All right. Well, you're a little too late then, but you'll see the replay.
No.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
What's that corner doing? You can't fall asleep like that.
Right.
Just like the Texas coverage. Now that it's commercial, I need to see this Texas A&M game. Why is Jimbo getting shut out by Cadillac Williams? Oh, they scored. They scored a field goal, but still, this is wow. What in the world? I mean, this is a bad. You're losing to an interim coach with a terrible roster. Wow. There's so many games I can watch right now. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Jimbo's not going to get fired like all these people because, his buyout's too big.
Well, they just gave him. Didn't they just give him a massive contract?
Yeah. I said Jimbo's not going to get fired because of his buyout. But, I mean, this is a bad club. All these other people claiming it are just ridiculous. But, whoa, Texas is... They're in the red zone here. Yeah, I'm going to watch this. I can't stay on one game. Well, for you have to go to the home button and change it. That's must be a little harder, but who do you think would win in the game, TCU or Oregon? I got Oregon, but
Who or Oregon?
TCU or Oregon, who'd win on a neutral field?
Oh,
I think Oregon,
that's.
but
I would probably have to go Oregon too.
yeah,
Crazy.
Now, what about Oregon or you think Oregon could beat Ohio State or Michigan, or no?
I just don't think they have enough offense to keep up.
I actually think they can beat Ohio State. I think they can actually run for a lot of yards on them, but that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Not Michigan. They can't beat Michigan. Michigan's run defense is too good. And Michigan's get too physical, for that. But Ohio State, if they played, I'd pick Ohio State, but still. I think they could beat Ohio State. Not TCU, Appreciate that, Cody Hankins. Yeah, dogs. Where the program is now, it's honestly a blessing, and I'm just, thank God we got Kirby. That, wow. I love what the program is, and I love this team. I loved last year's team, and I'm probably going to love next year's team too. Wow, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Chess was going crazy.
What's that?
Chess was going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did Bo Nix get injured this game? What happened?
Maybe.
Hold on. There's a different quarterback in there.
Oh, whoa. What was that? Did you see this?
What?
Did you see the fourth down play?
Yeah, I saw that.
Dang, he slipped.
Oh, now you're a little more caught up. Okay.
Jeez, man.
Oh, my God. Washington might just knock Oregon out the playoffs. It might not be better whether I think they can beat Ohio State or, have a shot against them or beat TCU. They might just, oh, my God. If they get a first down, they might win this game. What is Oregon doing on defense?
Yeah.
They got lucky. Oh, I forgot. You're behind me. I need to stop. Okay, my bad. You see the second down play yet?
2nd and 1. I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah. You should
Incomplete.
Yeah, when Oregon was doing all that, I was like, oh my God, they just lost.
Yeah.
You might want to commentate this third down play. That's all I'm going to say.
3rd and 1. 1 minute left. Tied at 34. Washington with the ball. Got to do something here with a yard to go. Under center. Penix. Handoff. Going. And it's stopped. Stuffed up behind the line of scrimmage.
What happened to Bo Nix? That's kind of what I want to know right now.
I do not know. I want to see.
I don't know. If anybody knows in the comment section or anything, let us know because he's in uniform. He's on the sideline. He's kind of like bending down and stuff. I don't. 4th and 2. Yeah. They definitely need Bo Nix for this final drive. The kicker makes the field goal. I mean, he's not in the locker room, so he's on the field high-fiving teammates and stuff. I don't think I think he's going to play next drive, so maybe it's not that big of a deal.
Let's see if Washington makes this. Kick is up. Good. $43 yards for Peyton Henry.
Yeah, Bo Nix looks fine. I don't know about what you think, but he looks like he's good to play. Now he's warming up. He looks good. I just.
Looks like we lost Jacob. We'll only be on here a little bit longer. 1st and 10. Here's Bo Nix. He throws it. Incomplete. 45 seconds. They got to get in field goal range to kick. TCU 17-3, extending the lead over Texas. Third down after an incompletion. Gotta get away. He cannot. You can't afford plays like that if you're Oregon. It'll bring up fourth down. Oh, man. Hold on. "14 seconds. Oregon has the ball. No timeouts for the Ducks. 3, 2, gets it off. Timeout Washington." See what Oregon can do. "14 seconds, 1st and 10, Oregon, down 3." Could be the final play. Throws it. Got it complete. Uh-oh. Player down for Oregon. What do you do here if you're Oregon and Bo Nix? Six seconds. Oregon's ball. Washington. Timeout. Wow. Flag down. This is huge. Viewing to see if he was forced out.